Now let's discuss how to form the pulse generator with op-amp. This part has a bit more content, so we have several steps. Firstly, we discuss how to form a comparator with the op-amp. You see, this op-amp circuit is very simple, in which its non-inverting input connects to the ground, and the inverting input connects to the signal, and there is no feedback from the output. Now we will analyze the relationship curve of the input and output voltages. That is, how the output signal changes with the change of the input signal. Because the non-inverting input connects to the ground, as long as the non-inverting input signal is greater than inverting input signal, the output reaches positive saturation. That is, as long as the input is negative, the output reaches positive saturation. This is the curve. But once the input is greater than 0, that is, the inverting input signal is greater than the non-inverting input signal, the output changes to negative saturation immediately. If the input decreases later, as long as the input is greater than 0, the inverting input signal is still greater than the non-inverting input signal, and the output keeps negative saturation. Once the input increases to less than 0, the non-inverting input signal is greater than the inverted signal, and the output changes to positive saturation. This is the input-output characteristic curve of the comparator. What's the function of the comparator with such a characteristic curve? Suppose the input signal is a sinusoidal wave. We can use this comparator to determine the signal sign. According to the relationship between the input and output, we can draw the output waveform of the comparator. Once the input is positive, the output is negative saturation. Once the input is negative, the output is positive saturation. Because of the function of the comparator, we can easily test whether input signal is positive or negative. We still need to point out that since a non-inverting input connects to the ground, the output polarity is opposite to the input polarity.